Merhaba arkadaşlar, umarım güzel bir gün geçiriyorsunuzdur. In today's lesson, we're gonna take how to describe a verb. We have three situations. The first one is going to be consisted of two sentences. The first sentence has a subject and a verb. The second sentence is going to have the same subject, but more description for the subject itself. Like this: a girl is eating an apple. That girl is my sister. So I'm giving same subject for both sentences, which is a girl. The first sentence, she's eating an apple, she's doing an action. The second sentence, I'm giving more information about her, like she's my sister. I want to combine them together to give the meaning of the girl who's eating an apple is my sister. To do that in Turkcell, we're going to take the verb from the first sentence and add either n or on to the verb itself as a suffix. Then we're going to take what's the rest from the second sentence. Okay? Which means elmayı yiyen kız benim kız kardeşimdir. That's the first situation. The second situation that we're going to learn when we're going to describe the object using the suffix dik or dik, pardon. Like this. I cooked a meal. I cooked a meal. The second sentence is, let's imagine it like, that meal was very tasty. So the first sentence, it has a subject and a verb and an object. The second sentence, I'm describing the object itself. So when I combine them together to say, the meal I cooked was very tasty, I want to describe that object. For that case, I'm going to add a suffix which is dik, like this. Pişirdiğim yemek çok lezzetliydi. Now you can say, how did you do that? The meal that I cooked, which is the verb, but for the object itself, pişirdiğim. Dik here, we're gonna do it depending on the subject suffixes as well. Pişirdik. Pişirdiğim because I cooked. Ben. Now, the last case or the last scenario, when you want to say or describe the object itself, like the place, like when we say, there are children in the park. Those children are happy. Combining them together, describing the place, which is the object, the children in the park or at the park are happy. At the park. I want to say it in Turkcell. How to say it? I'm going to add the suffix as diki or teki, depending on if there is fıstık cevap alphabets. So it's going to be parktaki çocuklar mutlu. Parktaki çocuklar mutlu. I'm not talking about any verb. Okay? I want to talk about the place, the object. If I want to do that, I'm going to use deki or teki, depending on fıstık cevap alphabets. If I want to talk about the object, describe the object by using the verb, I'm going to use a suffix dik and what it necessarily needs for the subject itself. If I want to describe the verb itself, I'm going to use an or on to the verb. In that case, I have the same subject. The first sentence is having a verb, and the second sentence is just adding information without describing. No description or new adjective or new adverb for this sentence. Let's have a look. Kız elma yiyor means the girl is eating an apple. O kız, that girl, benim kız kardeşimdir, is my sister. So I'm going to combine the two sentences, making it as a one subject, which is the same subject, but I want to describe the verb that she's doing, the action that the subject is doing, like this. I want to say, the girl who is eating an apple is my sister. I'm describing the same subject, but the verb that she's doing. Elma yiyen. Kız benim kız kardeşimdir. You have to take the verb from the first sentence, which is yiyor, is eating. Remove the suffixes that we added to make it as a present, which is yor. It becomes yi. Now, either I'm going to add on or en to make it as sifat fiil, which is to describe the verb the subject is doing. Yi will take an, but I can't put two vowels followed by each other. I need a protection. That's why I added ye harfi, which is y, and it will become yiyan. Now, yiyan means is eating. So who's eating that? Who's eating? The subject, which is kız. But what she's eating? Elma. So we're gonna put the object elma followed by the verb yiyan followed by the subject kız. Now we finished from the first sentence. We're gonna move to the second sentence, which is completing the sentence. And we're gonna take only benim kız kardeşimdir. We're not gonna add the subject repeating it again. And this is how the sentence is established. Let's do the second one. Adam denizde yüzüyor. The man is swimming in the sea. O adam öğretmendir. That man is a teacher. So I'm talking about same subject. Okay, one, he's doing an action. The second thing, introducing him. Who is he? I want to combine the two sentences indicating that subject describing the action that he's doing, which is yüzüyor. Okay, then completing by who is he exactly. And that will give me the man who is swimming in the sea is a teacher. Now, in Turkish, we're going to take the object first, which is denizde, in the sea. Then the verb, which is yüzüyor. Again, yüzüyor, it's in the present. Simple. So we're going to remove the yüz, yor, and we're going to be left by yüz. Yüz, ü harfi, will take an to make it as a sıfat fiil. Yüzen, adam, which is the subject. Who is he? He is öğretmendir. Kadın kitap okuyor. The woman is reading a book. O kadın arkadaşım. That woman is my friend. Now here's the trick. I want to combine the two sentences together to give the meaning, defining the subject, describing what that subject is doing, and give more information about that subject. Like this. The woman who is reading a book is my friend. So, I'm describing that subject, which is doing the action. That who is he? What's his definition? Again, in Turkçe, we're going to begin with the object, which is kitap. What's happening to kitap? What is the verb? Always take the verb from the first sentence. It's okuyor, is reading. Remove the suffixes that's added to the verb, which is your, and we were gonna have end it with oku. U harfi needs to take an to make it as a sifat fiil. But I can't put u and a followed by each other. We need a protection because it's vowels, which is ye harfi, the y. Now we have it as okuyan. Who's the subject? Kadın, comma. Now we finished the first sentence. Let's have a look to the second one. O kadın arkadaşım. We're not going to repeat the subject because we already said it, which is kadın. What we left is arkadaşım, which means my friend. Kitap okuyan kadın, comma, arkadaşım. Kedi uyuyor. The cat is sleeping. O kedi benim kedim. That cat is my cat, is mine. Again, we have two sentences with the same subject. One is describing doing an action. The second sentence is describing something related to the subject. I need to combine them together in a shorter way. I'm going to begin with the object. I don't have an object here. I have kedi uyuyor. That's it. The cat is sleeping. So, begin with the verb, which is uyu. Remove the suffix, which is yor, and I will be left with uyu. U harfi, as we said, it needs to take an as a suffix to make it as a sifat fiil. Now, I can't put two vowels in Turkce followed by each other. We need a protection, which is ye harfi. Why? Uyu yan. Now I have to mention the subject, which is the kitty, the cat. Comma, I finished with the first sentence. Go to the second one. I'm not gonna repeat the subject here. So, o kedi, I'm gonna remove it. And I'm left with benim kedim. Uyuyan kedi, benim kedim. Which means the cat that is sleeping is my cat. Adam araba sürüyor. The man is driving a car. O adam doktor. That man is a doctor. I have the same subject. In the first part of the sentence, he's doing an action. In the second sentence, I'm defining him. Who is he? I want to combine them together in Turkce, as we said. We're gonna begin with the object. I have an object which is araba, the car. Araba, followed by the verb which is sürüyor. Okay. I'm gonna remove from sürüyor the suffixes that is added to represent the present simple tense, which is sürüyor. Uyuyor, it becomes sür. Ü harfi will take an to make it as a sifat fiil. Süren, who's the subject, is adam, the man, comma. Now, go to the second sentence. I'm gonna remove the man, because I'm not gonna repeat the subject again. And I'm gonna use is a doctor. Make it either doktor, dur means is a doctor. Okay, this is how we're gonna make it. So, araba süren adam doktordur. The man who is driving the car is a doctor. Köpek bahçede koşuyor. The dog is running in the garden. O köpek hızlı. That dog is fast. Now, I'm talking about the same subject, which is the dog. One, the first first sentence, pardon. He's doing the action, which is koşuyor, he is running. The second one, I'm describing him, which is he's fast, hızlı. Let's combine them together. We're gonna begin with the first sentence with the object. The object here is bahçede, bahçede, which is in the garden. Now we're gonna act with the verb, which is koşuyor. Removing the suffix, which is uyuyor, becomes koş. Koş, we're gonna add an as a suffix to make it as a sifat fiil. So it will indicate koşan. Who's koşan? The subject, which is köpek, the dog. Now I finished the first sentence. Let's go to the second one. I'm not gonna repeat the subject again, so we're gonna put an X on köpek, and I'm left with hızlı. Let's read it together. Bahçede koşan köpek hızlı. The dog that's running in the garden is fast. Kedi bahçede oynuyor. The cat is playing in the garden. Kedi mutlu. That cat is happy. We're talking about the same subject, which is the cat. Once in the first sentence, we're saying that the verb, the action he's doing, which is playing. The second sentence, we're describing him. That is happy. Mutlu. Now, let's say it together. We're going to begin with the object, which is bahçede, in the garden, followed by the verb oynuyor. Remove the uyor, becomes oynayan, and followed by the subject, which is kedi. We finished the first part of the sentence. We're gonna move to the second sentence, which is o kedi mutlu. I'm not gonna take the subject because I already mentioned it. What is left is mutlu. Bahçede oynayan kedi mutlu. The cat that's playing in the garden is happy. Kadın markette alışveriş yapıyor. The woman is shopping at the market. O kadın gülüyor. That woman is laughing. So I have the same subject, which is the woman, kadın. In the first sentence, she's doing something, which is alışveriş yapıyor. She's shopping. The second part, we're describing her. That she's laughing. Gülüyor. As we mentioned, we're gonna begin from the first sentence, mentioning the object, which is markette, in the market or at the market. What she's doing, alışveriş yapan, followed by the subject, which is kadın. Now we finished taking anything from the first sentence. We're gonna move to the second sentence. O kadın gülüyor. I'm not gonna take the subject again, which is o kadın. I'm gonna take what is left, which is gülüyor. Markette alışveriş yapan kadın gülüyor, which means the woman that is shopping at the market is laughing. Çocuk odada kitap okuyor. The child is reading a book in the room. O çocuk dikkatli. That child is attentive, which means he pays attention. I'm describing what the child is doing, giving more information about that child. That child reading a book in the room is attentive, or he pays attention a lot. Now, we're going to begin from the first sentence, from the object, odada, followed by the verb, kitap okuyan, followed by the subject, which is çocuk. Now, we're going to move to the second sentence. We're not going to take the subject. Gonna take what is left, which is dikkatli. Odada kitap okuyan çocuk dikkatli. Adam sokakta bisiklet sürüyor. The man is riding a bicycle on the street. O adam mutlu. That man is happy. Let's talk about that man that is riding the bicycle on the street is happy. Begin with the first sentence from the object. Sokakta. At the street or on the street. Followed by the verb, which is bisiklet süren. Followed by the subject, which is adam. Move to the second sentence and don't repeat the subject. Just take what is left from the sentence, which is mutlu. Sokakta bisiklet süren adam mutlu. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. See you next time.